What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a new series right here on the RC Retro channel titled Versus, where two cars hit the Port Royal Raceway and one is declared the winner. Now, the whole premise behind this video series called Versus is that two vintage RCs, or two retro RCs, and I say retro because we're going to be using re-releases, are competing against each other to see which one performs better by having the best average lap time on the Port Royal Raceway. So here are the specific rules. First, each RC has to have a transponder to record the times on a lap counter using a system fittingly called lap monitor. And here is the little monitor doohickey thing that we put at the finish line that'll record all the times. And just so you're wondering, these are the transponders right over here that fit on the inside of the RCs and actually have to be pointing out the driver's side window, so this way the lap times are recorded. It's not a very expensive system. It just takes a while to be shipped here from the other side of the world. But definitely awesome, and it's going to help us out greatly in this series, right? Both cars must be run on the same day consecutively so that it is the same track conditions. Rule number 3, they are given the same amount of time to go around the track, and however many laps they record is however many laps they record. The cars need to be in the same race class, so if we're running a Versus series, it's going to be two cars that are like two-wheel drive, not a two-wheel drive car versus a four-wheel drive car. So it is a two-wheel drive car versus a two-wheel drive car, and a four-wheel drive car versus a four-wheel drive car, and a monster truck versus a monster truck, and a solid axle versus a solid axle, and so on and so on and so on. Rule number 4. Well, that was rule number 4. All right, rule number 5. They must have close, if not the same, electronics and tires, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second when we see our first two competitors in this series. Out of all the laps a car runs, we will take their 10 best lap times. By the way, this is rule number 6. We're going to take their 10 best lap times, and it'll be averaged for an overall lap time. Because remember, you might have one car that runs the fastest lap, but the other car is running laps more consistently. So we are going to do an average of the 10 best lap times, and that will declare our winner. And of course, they must be driven by a professional driver. Now, our professional driver would like to keep his identity anonymous. Anonymous? No, anonymous. Yeah, anonymous, right? Secret, okay? And the only thing we do know about him is that he goes by the name, or would like to be called, the Fig. Who makes this shit up? What the hell is a fig? Well, whatever. That's what he wants to be called by, so. All right. So, now, the Fig is going to be pushing these cars at 100%. Now, the difference between this video series and the other running videos on our YouTube channel is that the other running videos are more like finesse videos. You know, you see the car from all different angles, and of course we're running it to get really great action shots and so forth. But for this video series, the whole point is to get the fastest lap times. So he's going to be pushing the cars hard, aggressive, cutting the corners, and we anticipate a lot of wiping out, flipping, crashing. So with that, we are going to give our cars 4 minutes to do as many laps as possible, and then we're going to take the top 10 lap times for an average. And again, that'll determine our winner. All right. So with that, got to get my prop right here. Ladies and gentlemen, and for the thousands upon thousands, and hopefully one day millions of RC Retro fans around the world, let's get ready to race. All right, here we go. In this corner, I'm going to throw the mic down now. In this corner, we have, from Team Losi, released in 1994, their fourth stadium truck, the Double XT, which is super sparkly. I love doing that for this car because it is super sparkly. And then in this corner, we have from Team Associated, released in 1997, their third stadium truck, the RC10T3. And these two RC combatants are going to hit the Port Royal Raceway and duke it out to see which car gets the best overall average lap time and hence will determine who performs the best. Now, again, to keep things fair, in rule number, let me backtrack over here for a second. What number is that? Oh, rule number 5. Both cars have to run similar, if not the same, electronics. So, I'm going to pull the shells off and we're going to take a look at what is underneath. First and foremost, for those of you who follow the channel, you know we like to keep it vintage and retro, and so we use brushed motors. Everyone's like, yo, you got to throw brushless in there, or you got to throw a LiPo battery in there, but that's not how we roll on this channel. And for this series, this is what we're going to be using. So, for the two stadium trucks that we have right here, first off, both are running 3,000 milliamp NIM batteries. And to keep it even more even, they're both the same brand. So we're using Tenergy NIM batteries. Okay, both are running Hobbywing 1060 ESCs, and both are running the China Black Can 21 turn brushed motors that you could buy off of eBay for like, I don't know, like $15 or something like that. So pretty much we are even. Both RCs are running Goosebump carvers in the front. However, in the rear we have a slight difference. The RC10 over here is running, did I say, J Concept carvers in the front. I don't know if I said Goosebumps because this is running Goosebumps in the back. This is running Goosebumps in the back by J Concepts and J Concept carvers. These are running J Concept carvers. However, in the rear over here, this stadium truck is running the original Losi spike tires, which is a pretty soft compound, so it'll probably be just as even on par with the Goosebumps. So there you go. That is how we are keeping it pretty much even for this competition. All right, so with that, now that we know the overall rules and we know a little bit about the backgrounds of the electronics and how we're keeping it very simple and even, let's get down to the racetrack and get some footage of both getting their 4 minutes in, and then we will come back here, we will crunch some numbers, and I'll present to you the data and see who the winner is. All right, enjoy. All right, we're down here at the Port Royal Raceway. We got our first combatant set to go. We got the RC10T3 ready to do some laps, and now we gotta check in with our anonymous Damn it, I can never say that word. Anonymous driver, the Fig. We're good, huh?
Think they're gonna know it's me?
Absolutely not.
All right, you're gonna edit this out, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool.
All right.
Take, ready, action, go.
I don't have the body foams underneath the body, so maybe that's what it is? All right, the RC10T3 is done. We got our second combatant down on the Port Royal Raceway. We got the Losi XXT, which I love. It's super sparkly. Let's go check in with our driver to make sure he's ready to go. Is that a fig you're holding?
No, it's an apple. We don't have the budget for figs. They're very expensive. It's fine. No one's gonna know.
All right.
Cut.
Okay, 14.14 seconds. Okay, 11.50 seconds. 7 minutes left. First carry, followed by our center.
Is yours. I think if I would have tightened the slipper a little bit, I would have got more.
The bulkhead just snapped. Was it a 3D printed one?
No, that's the one that.
It was
came
the
with car.
original.
I think that's an original.
That's a shame. Oh, it's T3 won. All right, well, as soon as this competition was over, I couldn't wait to get home because I was super excited to crunch some numbers and see who the winner was. So in our first ever Versus video featuring two-wheel drive stadium trucks, the RC10T3 versus the Losi XXT, here are the results. For total number of laps, the RC10T3 ran 37 versus the XXT, which ran 24. And the only reason why there was a little bit of a disparity between them was because the XXT broke, specifically the front bulkhead snapped. And, well, that's because, well, we were running the stadium trucks a little hard. Like I said at the beginning, we were trying to get the fastest laps. And so I feel a little bad because Harry lent us the XXT for this whole Versus series. And, well, it resulted in his car being broke. The great news is that he already sourced a new front bulkhead. And the bad news is the Fig is going to have to answer to Harry. So, all right. Well, as far as the fastest lap, the T3 ran a 10.72 second lap versus the XXT, which ran an 11.18 second lap. But we're not crowning the winner just on the single fastest lap. Remember, rules are rules, and it clearly states we are taking the top 10 laps from each stadium truck and averaging it out. And with that, the RC10T3 ran 11.18 second average versus the XXT, which ran an 11.42 second average. So, by a slim margin of victory, the T3 is your winner. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. For the rest of you who are subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. Be well, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care now.
Let's go!